Hello students, welcome to the ongoing lecture series on international business. Today we will discuss International Business Environment Part 3. I am Professor Shoma Sengupta, Kamla Nehru College, University of Delhi. In this lecture we will discuss one of the components of international environment, and that is social and demographic environment. Social and demographic environment is a very broad category. Social environment refers to the cultural, social and demographic factors that shape how people behave, interact and make decisions within a society. It comprises of the beliefs, desires, values and attitudes of consumers and public members. Understanding the environment is crucial for businesses seeking to operate globally because it influences everything from marketing strategies to product development and internal policies. The social environment covers a wide variety of factors which are demographic factors, caste system, family system, migration, ethnicity. You will find in some of the books social environment along with the cultural environment, and it is called socio-cultural environment. But in this lecture we will discuss it separately, first the social environment and later on in part 4 we will discuss the cultural environment. So we will begin with the demographic environmental factors. The demographic environment refers to the characteristics of a population including factors like age, sex, income, education and occupation. These factors can influence the success of a business or commercial venture. The tastes and preferences of the consumers changes with the change in their age, sex, income, education and occupation, and that is why demographic factors are used as segmentation variable also. Understanding this environment helps businesses identify target markets and tailor their strategies accordingly. We will discuss the demographic factors now one by one. First is the size of population. The size of population is influenced by demographic factors such as birth rate, death rate and migration. These factors along with the initial age structure of the population determine how a population grows or declines over time. It is a key factor in international business impacting market potential, labor availability and overall economic development. So, it gives a cue for not only the marketing manager but also to the HR manager of an international firm. Larger population generally mean larger consumer markets and a wider pool of potential workers. However, high population growth can also strain resources and potentially impact the purchasing power of individual consumers, affecting both domestic and international trade dynamics. So, it is not always that high population growth will be beneficial for the international business marketer, because it might be possible in a country which is highly populated, they do not have the purchasing power. The different determinants of size of population or factors of size of population are as follows. First is, it is determinant of demand. Population size of a country or a region is a determinant of demand. Higher the population, we believe that the demand for the products will be higher. For example, India and China are huge markets and hence attracts the multinational corporations. It is a supplier of cheap labor. Population size also determines the availability of cheap labor. So, larger the size of the population, the labor is available at a very cheaper rate. India and China are not only huge markets but also suppliers of cheap labor. Third point is, it attracts investment. Multinational corporations invest heavily in developing countries with large population size. They take the advantage of cheap labor and huge demand. Foreign investment increases competition in these markets. So you see that the BRICS country, which have a larger population, it attracts investment as well. Now the second factor or demographic factor is age structure. A country with a large working age population can experience a demographic dividend benefiting from increased productivity and economic growth. So dual benefits are there, like increased productivity will be there and economic growth will also be higher. Conversely, aging population can strain social security systems and potentially reduce economic output. So, if you have the population growth tilted towards higher or aging population and not younger population, then there will be a shortage of workers also, employees also. Age structure significantly impacts international business by influencing consumer behavior, labor force availability, economic growth potential. So, the first factor is consumer behavior. Age groups have distinct purchasing habits, interests and preferences, and that is why age groups are used as different segments and marketing mix is developed according to the age structure you are going to cater to. Understanding age structure allows businesses to tailor their strategies and product offerings to specific target market. Another factor of age which is related to age structure is a declining birth rate. So, market for baby products has declined in many countries, especially in the European countries and in North America. So, larger share of income of a household is spent on single child. Even in China, where there is single child policy previously, there also the whole of the income of the household was spent on single child, and hence there is a demand for expensive toys, schools, colleges. It increases in such economy. Aged population increases, like as we are discussing, if we talk about the European country, there is an aged population even in America. So, scope for travel industry, pharmaceuticals, health services, care services, etc. increases in thus such economy, because the aged population has spare income to spend on these type of products. So, Johnson & Johnson is a classic example which is into baby products, but nowadays they are producing products meant for old age people, because the proportion of old age people in the demographic distribution is increasing. Another age related factor is the labor force. A healthy age structure with a high working age population provides a robust workforce, supporting economic activity and international trade. Aging population leads to labor shortage and economic challenge. So, we see that in European countries, they are, even in America, they are depending on labor from other countries. Economic growth is another factor which is related to the age structure. Large working age economies experience a demographic dividend, which we have discussed just now. It increases the productivity and it leads to higher economic growth. Aging population strains social security system and reduces economic output. Another factor is gender. Gender has a significant impact on various aspects, from consumer behavior and marketing to workforce diversity and economic growth. Understanding gender differences is crucial to tailor the business strategies and products effectively. First factor under gender is women in workforce. With an increase in workforce, the proportion of women in workforce, demand for many products increases, like ready to eat products, creche facility, beauty parlors, home appliances, time savers, big refrigerators, etc. All these is happening because the proportion of women in workforce is increasing. Another factor is the human resource management issues, which become prominent when more women are there in the workforce, like safety of women, free pick and drop facility for such women, work timings also, maternity and child care leave, sexual harassment issues, and also gender inequality in the organization. One more factor which is related to gender is the product positioning. Gender can influence consumer behavior and product preferences, and that is why gender is also used as a segmentation variable, like products which are meant for male and products which are meant for female. Although there are role reversals and clear cut gender division is not there in many products. Businesses often use gender specific marketing campaigns to appeal to different segments. Occupation is another important demographic factor. Occupation influences consumer behavior and purchasing power. Businesses need to understand the occupations of their target market to tailor products, services and marketing strategies effectively. Type of occupation. The person in different type of occupation exhibit different behavior and choices. Occupation may be business, service, employment, profession or self-employed. So, a person who is having his own business will exhibit a different purchase pattern than a person who is in service, and that too at which level the person is working, that will decide what kind of product he will buy. Marketing insights. So, this gives marketing insights. Occupation can provide insights into person's income, lifestyle and purchasing habits. This is particularly important for businesses that offer goods and services that are specific to certain professions. So, for a sports person, the type of product he will purchase will be different from a person who is a corporate honcho. Another variable under occupation is market segmentation. Businesses can segment their target market based on occupation to create more targeted marketing campaigns and product offerings. Another thing is there is a rise in DINK and yuppies culture. DINK means double income, no kids. So, this type of new variant of employees are increasing in urban and semi-urban areas. Another kind of people is yuppies, which is young urban professionals. So, with the rise of such type of employees, there is an occupational shift which has created a culture of eating out, fast food culture, gizmos who need gadgets, single or nuclear household. So, they have a different demand pattern. Mobility of labor is also related to the occupation. The occupational and spatial mobility has implications for business. Labor is nowadays available from across the world. Employee status also have an impact on not only marketing strategies but HR strategies as well. Employees differ in their behavior and need on the basis of their status, which may be they may be decision makers, they may be executives, BPO employees, etc. And accordingly their marketing as well as HR needs will be. Education is another important demographic variable. Education level influences both consumer behavior and labor pool. It helps understand target market preferences, consumer spending, habits and availability of skilled workers. Labor market dynamics under education. In international business, access to a skilled workforce is crucial. Education level reflects the availability of talent with specific skills, impacting a company's ability to operate effectively in a new market. So, when the foreign multinationals first entered Indian market, the talent was limited to some clerical jobs, and because of that the BPO industry that flourished, because in India people are more conversant in speaking in English, and they can work for odd hours also. But later on, higher level jobs are being provided by multinational corporations to Indian employees in these companies. HR practices an increasing education level of employees. Workforce becomes educated, aware and empowered, and now you cannot exploit them. So, the multinationals initially used to give a salary which was conducive to that kind of environment or companies, but now the employees are more aware and they are vocal, so they will not be exploited by the companies. Then target market insights. Education level is often tied to consumer preferences and income, helping businesses tailor their marketing and product offerings. Marketing strategies with higher education level of consumers becoming more quality conscious, demand value for money. So, demand for lifestyle products are increasing with the rise of education in many economies. Economic development is also happening because of higher education. A more educated population can contribute to the economic growth by increasing productivity and fostering innovation, and also when they are into organized sector, because they are educated, so the GDP of that economy also increases. Demographic dividend, a study suggested that improvements in education can have a greater impact on economic development. As I said, that the GDP also will rise. Then age structure, beside age structure, highlighting the importance of human capital. Another very important demographic factor is income. And income is of course most of the time related to occupation and education. So, these factors are interrelated also. Income is a crucial demographic factor as it directly impacts consumer purchasing power and spending habits. Businesses must understand the income distribution of the target markets to tailor their marketing strategies accordingly. So, different income levels often lead to different purchasing preferences. So, lower income consumers are more price sensitive, hence if you are manufacturing a product and offering it to lower income consumers, you have to think that the price should be affordable. Higher income consumers prioritize quality and prestige. So, you can charge products products may have higher prices, but you have to ensure quality. Income inequality. Differences in income distribution can be significant between countries and even within regions of the same country, requiring businesses to adapt their strategies to these variations. So, this ensures that income has a global consideration. So, while operating in different countries, you have to think about the income inequalities. Another global consideration is emerging markets. As emerging markets grow, income levels are also increasing. Take the example of Southeast Asia, where there is an emerging market, huge opportunities are there. So, it creates new opportunities for international businesses to enter these markets. Economic growth again. So, economic growth in a country can lead to increased income and consumer spending, further driving business opportunities. So, it has a global consideration. Then income impacts marketing strategies. If we talk about the marketing P's, all the P's or the marketing mix will be affected by the income of that country, income levels of that country. So, first one is product development, different product lines to appeal to various income groups. Then the pricing strategy, it considers affordability for low income group and quality image for high income group. Distribution channels, different channels are chosen for different income levels, like there may be discount houses which is meant for people from lower income groups, and then there may be specialty stores for higher income groups. Advertising and promotion strategy will also be different. Promotion strategies, messages, media are tailored to specific needs of each income group. Other social environmental factors beside these demographic factors that we have discussed will be discussed in this section. The first one is diversity of religion, caste and language. So, religious, caste and linguistic diversity significantly impact international business, especially in oriental cultures like in India. There are multiple religion and caste and linguistic diversity exist. These factors influence communication, negotiation, business practices and consumer behavior. Understanding and adapting to these diversity is crucial for international business aiming to succeed in diverse market. So, in whichever market the international firm is operating, they have to understand these diversities. The implication of this diversity are in human resource management as well as in marketing. So, what are the human resource management challenges because of this diversity? Management of workforce becomes difficult. Human resource management policies and practices should be more inclusive, including people from different religion, caste and the language they are speaking. Other challenges are like religious accommodations. Accommodate religious practices and holidays of employees, like in certain economies, certain religious festivals are there for which you have to provide holidays. So, if it is a multinational company and there is no practice of giving a Diwali holiday in that, but when they are operating in India, they have to give Diwali holiday. Adjusting work schedules and providing religious facilities. Nowadays, many of the organizations, they have a prayer room catering to people of different religion. Other challenges are like diversity and inclusion. This is another HR challenges. Creating a diverse and inclusive workforce that respects cultural and religious differences is crucial for employee satisfaction and productivity. So, in India, we have certain laws also for government organization where you have to include people from different caste and religion. Then another is language training. Providing language training or resources for employees can help bridge communication gaps and facilitate better interaction with diverse colleagues and clients. Since when you are operating in international business in different countries, then this language challenge will be faced by the organization. Beside the HR challenges, there are marketing challenges because of diversity. Marketers need to understand the nuances of different religion and language and create marketing mix accordingly. They should take care of the changing tastes and preferences of customers as well. One of the marketing challenges, religious values. Religious beliefs and can influence consumer preferences. For example, kosher or halal certification are important for food and related industries for Muslim community. Then religious holidays, rituals, customs and can affect business schedules and designing offers. So, these are cultural and religious nuances. Understanding Hindu architectural codes, Vastu Shastra, for example, is important when you are building offices for for an organization where the owner is a Hindu, or the community which will be living in a housing society are Hindus. Then another social environmental factor is migration and ethnicity, and these two aspects are interrelated. Migration and ethnicity are closely intertwined, as migration is a primary driver for ethnic diversity in many countries. When people move across borders, they often become minority groups with different ethnic backgrounds. The best example is USA, where there are multiple people belonging to multiple ethnicity. This leads to cultural, linguistic and religious diversity in the host society. Migration can also lead to the formation of diverse migrant communities within a country. Immigration can drive demand for goods and services from migrants' home countries, leading to increased trade flows. So, you will see in USA also there are stores which are catering to the needs of Indians or Asians or Hispanics. This also leads to cultural exchange and understanding. People composition in developed countries is changing because of migration and ethnicity. USA, UK and many developed countries, especially the West European countries, you will find multiple people from multiple ethnicity. They are facing immigration issues also. Multiple ethnicity can be seen in USA with a more number of Asians, Hispanics and Africans. What are the marketing challenges then because of this migration and ethnicity? Different buying habits are exhibited by different ethnic groups. Marketing strategy needs modification to suit the preferences of different ethnic groups. So, you will find Indian restaurants or Chinese restaurants in USA, as well as stores, as I said, catering to the needs of the Indians or Asians or the Hispanics, that is possible in USA. There are certain HR challenges also related to migration and ethnicity. The migrant population are ready to take up all levels of job at any cost. So, this causes unemployment problems in developed economies of their own population, and consequently there is resentment among the local population. And as you see again, USA is driving out the migrant population under the Trump administration because they want to give more opportunities to their own population. Family system is another very important social environmental factor. A family system is a group of people typically related by blood, marriage or adoption who live together and share a common familial history and need for support. It is a complex system where each member's behavior influences and is influenced by the other members, forming a network of interconnectedness. There may be joint or nuclear family. In India, there is a decline of joint family system. In urban areas throughout the world, there is a rise in nucleus family and the rise of demand for consumer durables and services accordingly. Household decision making is also changing. It is influenced by the type of family, whether men dominated, women dominated or joint decision making. So, these are three variants, but nowadays this is more of joint decision making that is happening, and it also influences the type of product which will be demanded. The role of women in the family is changing. Women plays a dominant role in the developed countries of Europe and North America. They play an insignificant role in Islamic and Asian countries, but the roles are nevertheless changing in many economies. They are becoming a major decision maker for not only the products traditionally brought by them, but also for the products like financial products, where men were the dominant decision makers. A new type of households are also emerging. The households definition is not restricted to family, as now two or more people residing together is considered as a household. Even singles can be considered as a household. This is leading to change in demand. So, let us summarize this lecture. Social environment refers to the cultural, social and demographic factors that shape how people behave, interact and make decisions within a society. It includes the demographic factor, caste system, family system, migration and ethnicity. The demographic environment refers to the characteristics of a population including factors like age, sex, income, education and occupation, and understanding this environment helps businesses identify target markets and tailor their strategies accordingly. Religious, caste and linguistic diversity significantly impact international business, especially in oriental culture like India. Migration and ethnicity leads to cultural exchange and understanding, which in turn leads to mixed choices. Another factor is the family system, where each member influences and is influenced by the other member's behavior. All these factors influences communication, negotiation, business practices and consumer behavior. That is all in this lecture. Thanks students.